From Christina Tasty herself, a tweet with over 2,600 likes compiling these 4 images. Let's take a look. I really think you're going to enjoy this one. If you do, please consider liking the video and subscribing for more segments like this every day. The first image from Christina's tweet is this tweet from Jennifer, where she post these 2 screenshots of this sign. At the bottom, you can see Kotaku's journalistic integrity, 404, it's not found. And I guess that really annoyed her, given the emojis she reacted with.
How dare someone make a mild and accurate joke about my favorite corporation?
Of course, it wouldn't be complete unless the blue check marks also got involved. We got this journalist here who says, "Hey, this sucks. What's the deal at MagFest?" Quote tweeting Jennifer's tweet that we just took a look at. So MagFest is apparently some sort of video gaming convention. I'm not too familiar with it. You can find more details online. The important thing is this was at a convention. This was a sign obviously showing various panels and rooms, for example, and then the joke at the bottom. MagFest did actually respond saying this.
Hey, MagFest community, we've heard you loud and clear that a joke we printed on our signage this year absolutely did not land. For clarity, it was intended to poke fun at one line in an article written about our COVID response last year. It was immediately pulled from the floor. We understand that most people did not receive it as such, and that it made people feel unsafe. This was a huge oversight and lack of awareness on our part. We're so deeply sorry to our community and Kotaku for this error, and we will do better with our banter in the future.
It's really funny how MagFest claims they saw all this backlash over the sign when there really wasn't that much backlash. It was mostly journos trying to rile up their corpo bootlickers. And now it seems like MagFest is getting way more backlash because they sided with Kotaku, and the general public seems to not really like Kotaku, or at the very least, the general public does agree that Kotaku lacks journalistic integrity. Although, to be fair, it looks like MagFest lacks the integrity to stand by statements that they made prior. Let's also take note of how ridiculous that is that they removed the entire sign over that joke, and maybe they put it back without the joke, but my point is, for X amount of minutes, or potentially the entire convention, that sign was gone, causing attendees to potentially not know where to go for the panels they want to get to, and therefore also the people running those panels to have a lower attendance, all because MagFest wanted to defend Kotaku. Now look, I'm a reasonable dude. There was probably other signs in that convention, I get it. My point is there was probably at least some percentage of people that were thrown off with that sign no longer being there for whatever period of time that it wasn't. Furthermore, if MagFest's initial claim, their initial issue with Kotaku was that Kotaku had a bad report about MagFest's COVID policy, why the heck would MagFest back down? They're basically implying that Kotaku's feelings is more important than the public's health. Something else hilarious if you missed it, that Patrick dude who was responsible for signal boosting Jennifer's tweet made this follow-up.
Spent the last hour trying to get a sign taken down at a convention I'm not even attending, instead of finishing setting up an interview with the developers of Outlaw Golf 2. Shake my head.
I already showed this response, but Sophia Narwitz literally says that the dude needs to grow a pair. And special shout out to the ladies in this segment, particularly Sophia and Christina. It's just extra funny seeing these women ragging on this dude for having no backbone. These other journalists and blue check marks, these corpo bootlickers, because how dare anyone make a mild 404 joke about Kotaku's lack of journalistic integrity. I love how these women are just calling the pathetic behavior out. It's great. In a shocking twist, however, I'm actually going to defend journalists a little bit at the end of this video, just because I do think there are some journalists, very few and far between, out there that do good work. For example, I've made a couple of videos talking about reports from journalists where they have exposed politicians on the left and right for harming children. So the fact that that gets reported on, very good. Another example, Vice News of all organizations actually made a video back in February 2021 about this journalist that went down to Mexico and interviewed cartel members. I'm big into that stuff, so I thought that video was awesome. So my point is, it sucks that the few journalists out there that are legitimately doing good, impressive work get grouped in with these other journalists at Vice, or like these Kotaku types of journalists that, you know, it's like the most pathetic stuff ever. You never catch those guys interviewing cartel members. They probably wouldn't even... I know I'm not gonna make a joke. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. But could you imagine if they sent that Patrick dude to Mexico to interview cartel members? Oh gosh. Oh man. Okay. We're gonna leave it there. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comments. And once again, my my best wishes to the good journalists out there. Sucks that you get grouped in with the rest of them. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the comments. Thanks for tuning in.